Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge, and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
We'll keep them from... May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Run like the wind. Look at me sideways.
Come along now.
The bastards are lucky on you.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
What is it now? I told you!
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame! For Azaria!
For Azaria!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battles for them.
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
Well done, Tom.
That's better.
So wait!
There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You ain't finished him.
I needed that.
Sick him! Let's try. Nice try.
I don't see any more.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent. Perhaps this will.
Perhaps. She'll move.
And then. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. We back yet, be that as it. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die. And her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
And how long has...
Since the beginning. And had I known of this tunnel
I suppose a formal...
and appear were the Vice Regent. where he would be of... And so, though it is what...
Then I will...
I'm... It's the mark of the god.
I shall wear it with...
Be sure that... If only so...
Thank you, Zoe. If there is a...
I know.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Maddo in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint and the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
By your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Oh, this? I borrowed it. Oh, where's this from?
If it...
Wow. But you... The up is the... What?
Right, well,
That monster's taken quite a liking to live.
Well, don't just stand there gawping. Going purse weighing you down. It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that.
What do you need? What do you want? Yeah, that should do you. You can thank me later. My best work, but it'll do. And
Deadlands wouldn't be half as bad with all the bloody dust.
never
There are
hear
new
about these
billets being
guardians of the
posted
flame.
every...
Is something wrong?
It's black, and if I'm... Normally, something's... It's like... But I'm thinking...
But if...
All right, now, wait a...
Back again, Lord. What will it be to...
The Iron Kingdom.
You'll soon be setting sail for the mother crystal that rises. There was a time when a true... As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the Mother Crystals sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Drastanus, home of Drake's breath, and plucked it from the Duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of Duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island, and with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity. The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drastanus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
My father and my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drake's breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosaria, sacked the capital, killed the men. I'd say...
But not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
Typical nobles, cowering behind their wall.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Joan.
What's it got to do?
August was worried, I thought.
I told you not to...
Clive just wants to help. Talk to him. Please, mate.
It's not the sort of thing you bother...
Why didn't you tell us?
Karen and I, having a... Anyway, made my stuff look... Shit there. You got what...
All right. I always thought of...
Blackthorn, something, if he... He's assumed too glad to... Karen, Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it.
So we thought we'd buy it for him.
Sorry, Sol didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way he turned his body with nicely. Next, Sol.
You don't know where we...
Like I said, don't. He did tell the pan.
Here. Now when?
Thank you.
At least.
So, it's
I'll leave. While you...
good idea.
A sea voyage this time, is it?
I don't think so.
Oh, Clive!
The patrons, does that mean...
Oh, no, I still... Your benefactors are a generous lot. You earned this. All yours. You earned this. You've already got that one.
Clive. Here you go.
Think you can help?
How did we never hear about these Guardians of the Flame?
Typical nobles.
It will be over soon.
You ready?
I think so.
Jill, you won't talk.
No, it's what I need to do to put the past behind me. And I know that I can do it.
Always.
And I'll be beside you, too. All while Sid looks on.
We'll make him proud.
Thank you for sticking with us.
Those of us who are still here have to look after each other, don't we?
Ah, welcome.
Unwanted.
You're looking for used to chuck them in the pot when there weren't, and even if
Do the scorpion.
I dare.
Thank you.
Perhaps I'd live longer if I bade this town farewell.
Not here.
Stay sharp. We don't know
Don't you go causing any trouble now.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia. safe.
Scorpions. At least I know what I'm up against.
Better already. I better get this back to Yvonne before it goes bad. Or any worse, at least. Did you?
I did it.
Mom!
You...
I present.
Grab a spoon.
I'm mad.
And
Yo.
I'm a shit.
Hi.
Typical nobles.
This is no time to ride.